Finally, in this lecture, we are going to implement logout functionality. So for that, let's go to VS Code. And first, we are going to create an action. So for now, let me close these files and let's go to authAction.ts file. There, let's create a new action and let's export it. And I'm going to call this action as logout. Okay, to create an action, again, we are going to use this create action function. And the first argument of this create action function is the type. So here we are going to perform this action on auth state, and here let's simply call it as logout. And here we are not going to pass any payload, so we are only going to specify the type here. Let's save the changes. Next, what we are going to do is let's go ahead and let's create a reducer for this in the auth reducer. So here again I'm going to use this on method. There we are going to handle logout action. And when this logout action happens, what we want is we want to change the state. So this callback function which we are passing here, it is going to get the current state. And from within this function, we are going to return a new state. In that new state, we are going to extract all the properties with its current value. And we are going to set the user state to null. Okay, so this is a very simple reducer function. Let's save the changes. Next, we are going to dispatch that action, this logout action. Now from where we want to dispatch this action, if I go to our application and let me close this for now. So here we have this logout button, right? So when this logout button is clicked, at that time we want to dispatch the logout action. Let's go back to VS Code, and that logout button is in header component. So let's go to header component. Let's go to header component.ts. There we are already injecting an instance of store. So here let's go to header component.html first. There we have this logout button. On that, I'm going to bind click event, and to this I'm going to assign a method on logout clicked. Okay, and let's go ahead and let's create this method in the component class file. Let's save the changes here. Let's go to header component.ts, and I'm going to create that method. Now when this method will be called, so this method will be called when the logout button is clicked. So at that time, we simply want to dispatch the logout action. So on this store, we are going to call the dispatch method, and to that we are going to pass logout action. Okay, and we need to call it like a function, and this logout action is not expecting any payload, so we are not passing any payload. With this, let's save the changes. Let's go back to our application and let me open developer tools, and there let's go to Redux. Okay, so currently you can see mark@gmail.com, this user is logged in. Now when I click on this logout button, currently if you see, this user is assigned with an object, right? Now when I click on this login button, this user should become null and the logout action should be dispatched. If I click on this logout button, you can see logout action has been dispatched and the user has become null. That means no user is logged in. And that's why you can see this login and sign up. Now the problem is in the local storage, we have the details of that previously logged in user still saved. So if I reload the page, that user will again be logged in. So what we also need to do is when this logout button is clicked, we need to delete that user from the local storage. And here, since we want to do something in the local storage, since we want to remove this data from the local storage, it is a side effect. So when the logout action is dispatched, we also need to delete this logged in user data from the local storage. And we need to handle it using NgRx effect. So let's go back to our application, and there now let's go to auth effect.ts file, and there we are going to create a new effect. So here let's go ahead and let's create another side effect. Let's call it logout, and to create an effect we use create effect function. To this we need to pass a callback function. Inside that callback function, from the dispatched actions, we are going to filter for an action. So first, let's use this pipe operator. Inside that, let's use of type to filter for an action. Which action do we want to filter here? We want to filter for logout action. And to use this logout action, we also need to import it. Now, once we have filtered that action, what we are going to do? We are going to use map operator. To this again, we need to pass a callback function. And this map operator is going to receive the payload which is dispatched with this logout action. Now for this logout action, we are not dispatching any payload. So I can simply keep it empty, or I can also specify the action parameter which will receive the payload. Now you can also keep it as empty because we are not going to use this action parameter, because anyway it will be undefined. And that's because with this logout action, we are not dispatching any payload. So in that case, this action will be undefined, right? Now from within here, what we want to do, let's say we want to call a method from authService. So in the authService, I'm going to create one more method, and let me close this header component, and let's also close the auth reducer, this app component here. Let's also close auth action and auth module.ts. All right, so inside this auth service, we are going to create another function. I'm going to call it as logout. And from within this function, we are simply going to remove the current user from the local storage. So here I'll say local storage dot remove item, and we want to remove current user, right? This is the name for the key using which we are saving the logged in user data. So we want to remove that current user from the local storage. Let's save the changes here. Let's go to authEffect.ts, and from here, let's simply say this dot authService dot logout. All right, and let's return from here. And also, since from within this effect, we are not dispatching any action, here as the second argument, I'm going to pass an object where I'm going to set this dispatch to false. All right, and also once the user is logged out, let's say we also want to navigate the user to the login page. So for that, here I can inject an instance of router. So an instance of router is already injected. I can simply say this dot router dot navigate, and we want to navigate the user to auth page. With this, let's save the changes. Let's go back to our application now. And now when I click on this logout button, first of all, let's go to Redux. And here, if I click on this logout button, okay, you see currently the user is null. Let me refresh the page. So now you can see that this user is assigned with the currently logged in user data, and in the local storage also we have the data of the logged in user. Now when I click on this logout, user is set to null, and in the local storage also that user has been removed. And now we can see login and sign up. If I try to reload also, we are still seeing login and sign up. Now there's one thing which I want to test. So let's go to login, and here let's again try to log john@gmail.com. And for the password, let's specify the password for this email. And when I click on this login, the user is logged in, the data is saved in the local storage, and currently we are in the home page. But when I log out, it should redirect us to login page. So when I log out, okay, here I can see auth. That's because here I also need to specify another part of the URL, which is login, and it should be passed as a string value. Let's save the changes. Let's go back to our application again. Let me log in the user again, and let's specify the password for this user, which is test1234, and let's log in this user. the user is logged in. When I click on this logout, okay, it's not redirecting us to /login. Maybe what I can do is, okay, this should not be inside an array. This was wrong. So inside this array, we can specify the different parts of the URL. Let me try one more time. And when I log in, the user is logged in. When I log out, we are redirected to login page. So now it is working as expected. All right, so in this way, we have also implemented the logout functionality. Now, there are two things which is left here. The first thing is, once a user logs in, let's say I log in Mark. Okay, so Mark is logged in. Now, after 1 hour, after 3600 seconds, the access token for this Mark is going to expire. In that case, this user should automatically log out after 1 hour. So this is one functionality which we are going to implement. And the another functionality which we want to implement is, once the user is logged in, let's say I'm in the courses page. Now, if I reload the page, the user will still log in, but he will be redirected to home page. If I go to counter page and if I refresh, the user is still logged in, but we are getting redirected to home page. So this is one thing which we need to fix, and that we are going to do in our next lecture. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.